Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, we're going to be making 3 different home decor DIY projects with epoxy resin. Now before we get into today's video, I just wanted to quickly show you guys the molds that were kindly sent to me by funshowcase. So the first 2 molds we'll be using are these 2. One is a fake succulent plant and the other one is a little planter pot. I was super excited when I found these because if you guys remember this video right here that I made a while back, they had sent me a small planter pot mold, and for this fake succulent plant, I ended up making it by hand out of polymer clay. So I thought it would be cool to make the whole thing out of resin, but in a bigger scale. Now, as for the other molds, these ones actually come in a set of 4. So the first mold you get is this rectangular tray mold. Then you get a round tray mold. And the thing that I found really cool about this mold set is that you get 2 different handle molds to make your own handles for your trays. It's going to be interesting to make these because I see a lot of resin artists on Instagram who make these trays and they actually use metal cabinet handles, and it's going to be cool to see how resin handles will look. So now that I've showed you guys the molds that we'll be using, be sure to go grab yourself a cup of tea and let's see what we can come up with to make with these molds. So the first project we'll be making is the resin succulent plant. For this one, I wanted to keep it simple, so I just mixed up some green resin for the succulent and made a resin mixture of blue and purple glitter for the planter pot. "24 hours later, it was ready to demold. After demolding the planter pot, I noticed that the pot had a matte finish, so I ended up using some UV resin to glaze the pot and make the holographic glitter pop. I then mixed up some gray resin to fill the pot and put the resin succulent on top. I'm using the gray resin like a glue to bond the planter pot and the resin succulent together. Okay, so now for the resin clock. I decided I wanted to give it some cotton candy vibes to look super cute in my office, so I mixed up some pastel pink and pastel blue resin. I also mixed up some clear resin with my favorite glitter mix from Resin. If you're a glitterholic just like me, then be sure to check out their gorgeous glitter mixes. The link is in the description box. I also forgot to mention that the epoxy resin I'm using for this clock was also sent to me by funshowcase. Their epoxy resin has a really nice finish, so I would recommend it, but I found that it has a strong odor, so beware if you're sensitive to smells. I find doing this technique with resin so much fun, and it's so satisfying. It's also really interesting because as you're moving the resin with the heat gun, it makes its own pretty patterns. Once I was done with the heat gun, I let the resin cure for 24 hours before putting on the number stickers. Then after carefully placing the number stickers, I mixed up some more clear epoxy resin and filled the rest of the mold and waited another 24 hours for it to fully cure. Once it was fully cured, my lovely husband then drilled the hole and I attached a clock mechanism, which by the way was bought at Michael's, and now it's hanging nicely in my craft room. And lastly, the resin tray. Out of the 3 resin projects, this one was the one that took the longest, but it's my favorite. I absolutely love how this resin tray turned out. Be sure to comment down below which resin project was your favorite. Anyways, for this tray, I knew I wanted it to be pastel pink and have gold leaf in it. I love how sophisticated gold leaf and pastel pink look together. I also mixed up some white resin and a little bit of gray so I could try and make a white marble effect. Okay, so right here, I'm not gonna lie. I actually have no idea what I'm doing other than procrastinating. I was so nervous that I was going to mess up the tray, but once I started pouring, it all came together so beautifully. For some reason, I couldn't get my heat gun to shift the resin, so I ended up using my hair dryer on its lowest setting, and it worked amazingly. Once I was done shifting the resin, I added a few more pieces of the gold leaf and let it cure completely. Then it was time to make the resin handles. I just kept it simple and did clear resin with a bit of gold leaf. Once the handles and the first layer of the tray had cured, I went ahead and glued the handles in place with some UV resin and then mixed up more clear resin and filled the rest of the mold. And there you guys have it, 3 DIY home decor projects made with epoxy resin. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you've made it this far in the video, then please comment down below gold leaf so I know. Be sure to also comment down below which of the 3 projects was your favorite. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!